Hi there, it's Tuesday Nights with Dr. Bruce. Welcome, welcome. I'm your host, Dr. Bruce. So there were a bunch of you that tuned in last week. I got a lot of instant messages and honestly, just messages of all kinds that were prayers in my direction. I want to say thank you very much. There were some that texted me while I was actually at the meeting. So I'm coming to you a little bit early today because I want to tell you whatever prayers you had for me absolutely worked. They couldn't have gone any better. So let me describe the situation real quickly. I was flying out to Hollywood, Florida. I think I have some value to add to one of the larger businesses in the exosomes regenerative market. And I'm able to add practical application. The problem is, if you think about it business-wise, here's the problem. You can say I've got the best, greatest, mostest, most awesomest, whatever. And you're right. And you have these things that can regenerate stuff like we've never been able to. Truly science fiction, Star Trek stuff. The peek behind the curtain at the iPhone 20 was amazing. Let me just say this. They are able now to tag exosomes in such a way that they will be able to, this is going to happen, they'll be able to go into a cancer. They'll pull out what exosomes the cancer actually produces. They'll be able to tag and create an exosome that will be taken up by that person's cancer cells, and it will kill them. And they already know how. It's just a point of pushing that technology forward. It was the most unbelievable thing to listen to somebody be able to completely destroy a cancerous tumor by using the exosomes from a placenta. And they're already doing it. The science behind it was unbelievable. So I've got a meeting now with someplace on the West Coast that I want to get to. That's why we're coming a little bit earlier. Hi, Bridget. Hi, Sarah. But you know what? Those of you that prayed for me, it absolutely worked, because my problem was the early adopters are going to be, when you're talking about exosomes and regenerative therapy, you're talking about aesthetics. These things can rebuild collagen, my fine lines and wrinkles, which I'm sure you guys can see, right? Rebuilding hair. They're able to do this much better now than they've ever been able to do it, but they've really just scratched the surface. In some people, it works incredibly well, and some people it doesn't, and they're figuring out why, okay? So right now, I got to look at what the future holds for us, and I'm flabbergasted. It was amazing. Some stuff I can't even talk about because the ongoing clinical trial is so hush-hush here in America, it's happening other places, that they want to wait until all of the stuff is done so they can actually publish it before, believe it or not, other people steal it. I can't believe what's going on there. So I want to let you know, your prayers worked, because my thought was, hey, I can teach people how to create a long-term sustainable clinic while they're using these regenerative methods for shoulders, hips, knees, right, ankles. I got to say one thing. I've got a friend, Brett. He lives close by, and I love this guy. And all I can say is that he crushed his leg. I mean, he's a great dude. He's 50 years old. He's a great guy, lean, fit, powerful guy. But 25 years ago or something, he fell 18 feet. His foot rolled in, right, and then it just crushed the bones. And he decided, Bruce, I'll give it a shot. Let me just see. We were able to work with him, do regenerative medicine with him, do rehab with him, and it took 6 months. Now, those cells and the fluids and the things that are taken up into the cells, they grow for a long time. And it took about 6 months, not quite six, probably about 4 months, 4.5. And he said for the first time in 25 years, his leg has no pain at all. And, you never know. You do know. There's overwhelming promise. But that wonderful guy was just so thankful. He said, I don't know how long it'll last, but it was unbelievable. So all I can say is it's happening. And I'm being given an opportunity. I don't know what the opportunity looks like right now, but it's because of all these prayers. You guys have prayed for me. Hey, I hope it gets out there. I can show a clinic. I'm a businessman. That's what I am. I'm a doctor, but I'm a business guy. That's really what I'm the best at, I think, at this point in my life. Do you ever just like change in the middle? 30 years almost as a chiropractor. I felt good at it. I felt like I helped a lot of people. but I really am a business guy. And so I said, hey, well, if you're going to have these clinics that are going to work well for you, the best thing in the world is do practical application. Here's how. And I basically just gave them, here's how to roll out a new procedure. Most medical offices don't even know, honestly, how to ask for cash. But let me ask you this. You get a cut on your face that goes down here like this. Doctor can sew it all the way back. That's going to be fine. You're going to be able to take care of that, but you're going to have, the obvious scar. This stuff creates an environment where your body simply doesn't. It doesn't scar. And we have proof after proof, and those I can talk about because I already have pictures for those. And it's unbelievable. Then it also takes this old 54-year-old face, right? And it tightens things and it makes it, I remember one time, my wife will kill me. She was sitting in there and she was doing this, have you ever done this in a mirror? If you're my age, you ever done this in a mirror, and you go like this and you go like that. And in a mirror where it's a higher resolution than this camera, you lose like 10 years. You look, or 15, you look all this younger. They can do that now with exosomes, and we have it. We already have it, the ability to do that now. So I just have to tell you, I can bring it to these clinics. I can give them practical application. It's lucrative, which it has to make money or these medical clinics aren't going to care at all. No clinic is, right? But in reverse order, it's compliant with all laws. And it's really, really good for Mrs. Jones. If you're trying to heal from scars, if you want something just so that you can look better and you don't want your face cut on, where they remove things. I can't tell you how excited I am, but I want to come to you early to say thank you. I've got a meeting now on the West Coast that I have to get to, a Zoom call here in just a few minutes. And all I can say is that it's going unbelievably well right now. So continued prayers. I have a big deal in the works for regenerative medicine that's going to happen tomorrow. And then I'm flying out to California a couple of times, actually. But it's going to go, well, you guys keep praying for me. It's going to work, man. I mean, I can do it. I actually feel valued here. I'm good at this one. So I'm like, oh, good. I get to be. Isn't it fun when somebody says, hey, you know what? I need exactly what you know how to do. And I feel like I put myself in good position there. So I'm a little bit excited. And I watched my daughter play tennis today, and she's brilliant. She's just brilliant. She played so unbelievably well today. And I'm such a proud dad. And she's played really well this whole year. So all I can say is that thank you for the prayers. Please continue to pray for me. My mom is actually doing very well. I know some of you have been following that journey. So I'm really happy with that. I'm going to go down and see her this weekend, and I'll bring you back that report when I see you guys again. So all I can say is I'm very, very grateful for you all. And I'm going to jump off and get to this next meeting, which I've got to do in about 3 minutes. But I'm actually good at this one. It's like, oh my goodness, isn't it great to have somebody say, you know what we need? We need Rippy up there because I could tell him how to do this one, guys. So thank you. All I can say is just thank you, thank you, thank you. Honest to goodness. I will talk to you later, but it's okay, Lori. I love Lori. It'll be on my website. You can figure it out. You can look at it later. But good luck, everybody. I'm going to see you guys next Tuesday, and I'll give you all the background I've got for you. But in the meantime, thank you, and be an example of what's possible.